Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and in this video, we're going to be talking about RJ Barrett, and that is it. It's time to start putting respect on RJ Barrett's name because what he has been doing in the past couple of months has been absolutely phenomenal. From the year 3 of RJ Barrett, it's happening before our very eyes. RJ Barrett is establishing himself as a rising star in the NBA at only 21 years old. Now, if you guys have been watching my channel for a long time, you know that I'm one of the biggest RJ Barrett supporters here on YouTube. I've defended him through all of the ups and downs, through his rookie season, to his sophomore season, even to the beginning of this season when he started off a little slow. There were some people questioning RJ Barrett, and I never questioned him because I always believe that RJ Barrett will prove to the league that he is one of the rising stars in the NBA. And in this video, I want to break down what we've seen from RJ Barrett in the past couple of months and why I believe that the best is yet to come and the Knicks found their franchise player to build around for the future. Because I know that the New York Knicks are not where we wanted to be at this point in the season. The play-in tournament is not even in reach at this point because if you look at the schedule, it's absolutely brutal and the Knicks are just not simply winning ball games. And I feel like Knicks fans need to take this as a huge positive. In the dark season of the New York Knicks, nobody expected us to be this bad, but what RJ Barrett's showing us Knicks fans is something that we've been waiting for a long time, and that's drafting a player and developing him into a star, a homegrown talent that we're developing, and that is RJ Barrett. And I'm really excited to break down his stats and what he needs to improve on if he really wants to take that big time jump to become an all-star next year. So before we hop into the video, I just want to mention, if you guys are new to Knicks Media, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I got a lot of Knicks content coming your way all throughout the rest of the season, carrying over into the offseason, of course. And if you want to check me out over on Instagram and Twitter, that is at NYKnicks_media. And if you enjoy the video, please do not forget to thumbs it up. With that being said, let's jump right into the video. So first, let's get over some of RJ Barrett's stats and some of his splits that he's been doing in the past couple of games. So first, let's go over his last 5 games. This is before the game against the Philadelphia 76ers on Wednesday night. So RJ Barrett, over his last 5 games, is averaging 29.4 points per game, 6.2 rebounds, 4.2 assists, shooting over 40% from three-point land. So this is his best 5-game stretch of his entire career. Obviously, we saw RJ Barrett drop 46 points at his career high against the Miami Heat. And let me mention about that game real quick. The Miami Heat is one of, if not the best team defensively in the entire NBA. So for RJ Barrett to go up against Jimmy Butler and the Eric Spoelstra-led coached Miami Heat team and drop a 46 bomb by shooting extremely efficient from the field, just shows you how much potential RJ Barrett really has. And the best thing about what RJ Barrett's been doing the past 5 games, and more importantly the past 2 months, is his aggressiveness and his mentality to take over this franchise as I am the guy and this is my team and I am the leader. He's becoming more a focal point of this offense, and that's what we're seeing from RJ Barrett, just never shying away from the big moment, which is why I love everything I'm seeing from RJ Barrett. So that's his last 5 games. And then you get into other splits like what he's been doing the past 17 games. So since January 10th, RJ Barrett's averaging over 24 points per game, 6 rebounds, over 3 assists, shooting 43.7% from the field, 39% from three-point land, and has 4 30-point games and 1 40-point game. That's all in the span of 17 games. Because I think we all know that the one thing that RJ Barrett's been lacking so far, not talking about these past 2 months, is his consistency. He always shows up and he has some like 5 or 6 game stretches of really good basketball, and then he goes down and he has a couple slumpy games and not playing good basketball, kind of up and down, up and down. Exactly what you expect from a young player. And that's why I always try to remind everybody when he does get into those little slumps that he's the youngest player on the Knicks. He's 21 years old. He's going to go through those ups and downs. He's going to find his consistency. It's only a matter of time. And now we're finally seeing what RJ Barrett can do with consistency. And the type of numbers that he's been putting up is absolutely phenomenal. You cannot ask for more things. Obviously, there's some things he needs to work on, like we'll get into in this video, but what we're seeing from RJ Barrett before our very eyes is everything you want from a player that we drafted with the 3rd overall pick. Now, if you go into his numbers since January 1st, I mean, the numbers are just crazy what he's been doing ever since the year turned 2022, averaging well over 23 points per game, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. So now let's get into what RJ Barrett needs to improve on if he really wants to take that next step into becoming an all-star. And I think we all understand what he needs to improve on, and that's his free throw shooting. His free throw shooting is below 70% on the season. I think it's around 68, 69%. If he can hit those free throws, that's what's going to take him to an easy 20 points per game without even questioning. I think that RJ Barrett is getting better and better by attacking the rim and getting to the free throw line, which is a really good sign. Over the past couple of months, he's averaging his free throw attempts is going up and up and up. I think he averages around 10 free throws per game in the month of February, which just goes to show you RJ Barrett's aggressiveness going to the paint and drawing contact, because that is a skill. Being able to go to the free throw line is something that RJ Barrett really needs to understand how to do, and we're seeing it before our very eyes. So now the next step for RJ Barrett is hitting his free throws. Hopefully he can get to at least 80% next year, because if that's the case, then RJ Barrett's going to put up numbers with ease. Another thing that RJ Barrett needs to work on is his efficiency around the rim. I feel like he does miss a lot of easy shots, but that's going to come with time. We also have to realize that he's still developing. He's not going to be in his prime for another 3 or 4 years because of how young RJ Barrett is. So it's not like a big deal, but there are some times where RJ Barrett has very inefficient nights where he just misses like 5, 6 easy buckets down in the paint, where if he can start hitting those at an efficient clip, his things will just go through the roof. But there are some flashes, there are some games where he just shoots like crazy efficiently from the field and he hits it at the rim. But I feel like this offseason needs to work on his free throws, and of course getting more crafty around the rim, finishing with both hands, finishing through contact, because he puts up a lot of layups and he does miss a lot, but he also makes a lot. And it's pretty crazy because his shooting percentages are better when he's shooting from mid-range and three-point land than it is in the paint. So that's definitely something I want to see RJ improve on, but at the same time there's a lot of volume with that, and I feel like that's a big reason why the efficiency is not there. But those are two minor things I want to see RJ Barrett improve on, just me being a little thing that what's going to take him to that all-star caliber level that we're seeing from RJ Barrett. Now let's get into all the good things. What has RJ Barrett been doing for the past couple of months that's different, and why he's averaging these crazy splits, and why RJ Barrett is establishing himself as one of the top players in the league in terms of at his age? So what I love about what RJ Barrett's been doing is his aggressiveness is through the roof, and that's what I've been waiting for RJ Barrett to do, is simply take over the game and understand that this is my team. The ball's in my hand. I'm running the pick and roll. I'm the ball handler. I'm driving to the rim. I'm making the right reads. I'm either attacking or I'm making a dish down low to Mitchell Robinson, or I'm kicking it out to the corner. And this is crazy because RJ Barrett's doing this all without a true point guard on the team. So just imagine what RJ Barrett can do if we do get a point guard next offseason, which we all hope that we can do, because the Knicks fans have been waiting for that for so long. But what RJ Barrett's been doing that's so impressive to me is his confidence in his mid-range shots has been there, his step-throughs, his Euro steps, and of course his three-point percentage is through the roof. And it's just overall aggressiveness. And I feel like that's what really separates RJ Barrett from last year to this year. Is last year it kind of felt like RJ was just a catch-and-shoot guy in the corner, and he doesn't really establish himself as a really go-to guy in this offense. But now, if you watch these games, the amount of times that the ball is in RJ Barrett's hands and being the focal point of this offense is all so much fun to watch as a Knicks fan that's been begging the Knicks coaching staff to let RJ Barrett work, let RJ Barrett do his thing, and we're finally seeing it, and that's why these numbers are going through the roof. Now, another thing that we need to improve on, which is simply just winning the ball games. I mean, there's nobody around RJ Barrett that's helping him. I feel like the past couple of games, he's the only one that steps up in crunch time with the last 6 minutes to go. RJ Barrett's putting up great numbers, but unfortunately, it's not translating to victories. And I don't think that's RJ Barrett's fault. I think it's the team around him is just not playing good basketball together in the clutch when it matters the most. With 6 minutes left, we just crumble. Against the 76ers on Sunday, we had the 1-point lead with 6 minutes left, and nobody scored for the rest of the game but RJ Barrett. That's a big problem. So obviously, a lot of players around RJ needs to play better in order for the Knicks to start winning ball games. But I think at this point of the season, Knicks fans understand the reality of the situation, where we're not really going to the playoffs. We're not making any noise this year. I think it's a big time positive that if we can come away from this season that RJ Barrett is a legit rising star in the NBA, I'll take it. I really will. I know that we prefer to be in the playoffs and all that stuff, but there's a lot of issues on this Knicks team that we'll talk about in future videos. This is more of a positive video. I need to spread some positivity on Knicks YouTube, because there's a lot of negative things about the Knicks right now, which is very true. But the big bright spot of this dark season is RJ Barrett. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts about RJ Barrett. What do you think that he needs to improve move on. What has been impressive to him? What has he impressed you the most with so far in these past couple of games? 5 games, averaging on just under 30 points, getting a 46 bomb. Could have easily got 50 points if he didn't hit those free throws. I want to hear your guys' thoughts about RJ because, as you know, I'm a huge RJ fan, and I'm so excited to see him continue his development for the New York Knicks. So leave a comment down below your thoughts. Like the video if you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Let's go Knicks. Peace.